Hello everybody and welcome to part 1 tutorial basic layout and functionality of the program. Now before I head into tutorial 1, let me just rephrase the thing that I said in the intro, is that it is free share, which means that you can share it for your DMs and GMs alike and use it on the fly, but you do not earn money from it. That's the whole point. So it's free for everybody to use. So without further ado, let me start covering the program. So this is how the program looks like. You'll notice it says here, for me it says beta because we're still working on it. We're working on an installer that automatically installs things for you. So that one, it will be a version 1 release. So let's start the program and let's go ahead and play with it. So this is the first thing you'll notice. Once you start a program, this is the first window you'll be greeted to. This is my friend who is an extraordinary programmer. This is me. And so the point is that you'll notice that there are a couple of buttons here. It says here load preset, load NPC, and about. And it says here enter the number of NPCs to be generated. Default is 1. If we don't put anything, you just press generate NPC, it's gonna generate you 1 NPC of a given preset. But if I just click generate NPC right off the bat without loading any presets, it's gonna say error, empty presets. Please select a preset and then try to generate an NPC. So we're gonna go ahead and click on load presets, and this is the first thing you'll notice. So there's a menu here, and previously what I've mentioned is that we've added a couple of we added a couple of default rule sets that mostly people are playing. So it's Call of Cthulhu, D20, Dungeons and Dragons, Fate Core System, GURPS, Pathfinder, Star Wars, Starfinder, Warhammer, Standard Fantasy or 40k, and World of Darkness. Now, you notice that these are default. You don't have any groups, you don't have any presets already created. But the point is that once you have some of the presets created and loaded in that folder, it's gonna open up a list for you with a couple of presets that you created. So, for example, I'm currently leading a Fallout campaign, which we're playing heavily modified Fate Core system to suit our needs, and you'll see that I have a couple of presets already created for my campaign. So this is how it would look like. So let's go ahead and choose any of these. We're gonna choose Needletown Police as a preset, and if I were to put value 50, which means it's gonna generate me 50 NPCs. But if I don't put anything, now that I have a loaded preset, I can click on generate and it's gonna open up a window. Now before I click that, I want to show something else, so which is a load NPC. If you click on it, it says load 1 NPC or load a group of NPCs. If I click on load 1 NPC, it's gonna take me into a folder which says saved NPCs. You double click on it and you will have an NPC here. For example, these are NPCs. You'll notice that each NPC has an extension called the .npc, which is a specific extension we created for this program. But in any case, you can always right click on it without the program and use either Notepad++ or standard Notepad or whatever Mac is rating, so you can adjust any of the given features for that specific NPC under any sort of text editor. Now, I haven't loaded anything in yet. I've loaded a preset and I haven't loaded any NPCs, which is going to click on generate NPC, and this is the main window. It's gonna how it's gonna look like. So it did generate me an NPC. As you can notice, there are a couple of things here which says first name, last name, nickname, occupation, attributes, armor 1, armor 2, weapon 1, weapon 2, weapon mod, inventory, and a description. Now, as I said earlier, all of these is adjustable and editable through a text editing inside a folder of each preset. And this is all of this here you can edit on the fly. Sorry about my dog in the background. I deeply apologize about that. But anyways, as I was saying, so you don't like how the first name is given to that player, to the NPC, you double click on it and you change the name. Same goes for everything you see here. So if, let's say, I wanted to change some attributes, I'm not satisfied with Sarah having athletics 2. I'm just going to double click on it, delete that, and put 3 or 5. Superb. So she's super agile. So that being said, sorry, you can change any of the values. Unknown nickname, we can give her a nickname Baby. So she's going to have a nickname Baby. She's a Caucasian officer. First name Sarah, Norris, nickname Baby. Here are her attributes. She has military armor on her, which reduces 5 damage or gives her 5 shift, and she has 7 out of 7 health for that armor. So the thing with it is that all of these here in the brackets, all of these here in the inside of those brackets, whatever you put inside here and here, the program will generate that for you in the text editing. I will explain that in part 2. But let's say we want to play a Dungeons and Dragons. We don't want to play Fate core system. What we will do in this case is we're gonna put that her damage is 1 d20, which means that once I've put this inside a text and click generate NPC, it's gonna, instead of 5, it's gonna put me 1 d20. So we know that her reduction damage for the armor is 1d20. Actually, it's going to be more suitable to have armor class 10. So we're going to put AC 10, and it's going to say AC 10. Okay, so her armor class is 10, and her health for that, whatever, is 0. If you don't put anything, it's not going to generate for you. But the point is that these tabs here, despite the fact that the label is saying mods, armor 1, armor 2, ammo, whatever, these here are meant to help you add modifiers, health, whatever you find, whatever you want to add, these are the tabs to add. We just put ammo and armor just for simplicity because it correlates to a given field, but you don't have to use that for the armor and whatever. So we generate another NPC so we don't mess things up with her. Okay, so we have another NPC. So same goes for weapons and for add-ons. Inventory and a description. Now, Patrick here is age 36. He is an Asian officer. Police officer. He has eye color green, he's bold, his voice is intimidating, he's skinny, and he's short. And he has positive, neutral, and negative traits and no medical issues. So what this means is that it's going to give you a quick insight. So players bump into an NPC and say, "Hey, hi, I'm Patrick. What's your age, man?" "I'm 36. All of you see a bold, skinny, but yet very short Asian man standing in a corner. Once you approached him, he says, 'Hello, I would like to see your ID,' with intimidating voice. But however, he has no medical issues, etc. I don't know. This is why this is good. Because it eases you the pain of thinking about something. When I'm leading my campaign, I've came across a couple of instances, well, plenty of instances. If I'm too tired, if it's not my day, or players not paying attention, or whatever, they just start randomly from my head generating NPCs, which are kind of similar. It's not giving them life. Well, this program, it gives you life. So here's a pure example. We've played a campaign, and we've ran into my players ran into a couple of savages in the woods. They have attacked them. They start a firefight. They were shooting with. We were playing Fallout. They were shooting with each other. Eventually, my players, since they are OP Brotherhood of Steel Special Forces, they've managed to capture them. And once they've captured them, it was up to me to lead, to voice act and to act those NPCs out. I used program, and lo and behold, each NPC was different. So it kind of gave life to it. And so one dude was crazy, and he had these neurotic attacks, and the other dude was like very calm, and the third dude was very rude, and he was old, and this one was young, so etc. Everyone had issues with his lungs and whatnot, so it really gave me life. So this is the basic layout. You'll notice there's a save button. Once you click on save button, it's gonna save patrickpowell.mpc. It's gonna save one NPC. If you click on save all, it's gonna lead you to a saved NPC folder, which then you can create a folder, a subfolder, and name your group. So let's say you want to create a squad, but I want to create a squad which has, let me show you that actually. I want to create 3 officers, so 3 regular officers, Mary, Larry, and Jacob. Asian officer, African American officer, and another Asian officer, right? So these are 3 standard police officers for my settlement. But I want to add another dude that's not that's a part of this group, but is not an actual preset of a police officer, something else. So I will click on add NPC, and the third window will open. You'll notice it's kind of different. It says load NPC, load one NPC, load a group. So you can add a group to already existing group, or I can create another one. We're gonna load a preset, and this time we're gonna have silver group, which is like a mercenary group. And we're gonna add one, or we're gonna have to click on it, but sorry, put one. But anyways, so we have Mary, Larry, and Jacob. All 3 of those are standard police officers, but then we have a Jeffrey. Now, Jeffrey is a Caucasian man. He's a silver squad leader. He's age of 38. He has M14. He has Tesla armor. He is more OP, almost 3, so he's more OP than the rest of the guys. And now I have a squad. I have 3 standard police officers, and I have a Jeffrey Cyclop, a very OP dude who is there like a leader, because he's a leader of these 3 assholes. And I click on save NPCs, and I'm gonna create a folder named test group. And now test group, we're gonna click OK, and bam, he just saved me a test group. And I'll close out the program for you here and open it up again, and I'm gonna go ahead and load group. And once I've loaded group, I will click on test group. And there we go. So now we have Jacob, Jeffrey, Larry, and Mary. And these guys are, this is our group, right? So it's a cool little neat thing feature. Alright guys, so I hope this explains the basic layout and the functionality of the program. In part 2, I will cover each one of the text files and how you can manipulate them and create your own NPC presets or NPC rules. So take care. I'll see you in part 2.